the second option or method that you have to start a printmaking portrait is called the reverse, and that creates an image like this. It is called a reverse because you are going to focus on tracing the light areas, the areas that are highlights. So to start with the reverse approach to this print, you're going to start the same as you would if you were doing the outlines only. You are going to color the back of the paper, and we're just going to color it nice and thick with chalk pastel. After you finish coloring the back with chalk, you are going to turn your picture over and place it on top of your piece of foam. Now, you're going to take a bright colored pencil, and instead of tracing just the outlines, you are going to carefully fill in all the areas in your photograph that are light colored, that look white or light gray.
You want to color pretty firmly, so I just did the outline of the person first, and then now I'm coloring in the section that is lighter. Um, and as you can see, I am being careful not to color over top of the areas that are darker. Now, you're also pressing down pretty firmly because you want the lines in the foam to show up. So in this area here where it's a little bit tight, I'm going to be careful going around the eye and only put my pencil pressed down in the areas that are light and not even touch the little tiny spots that are dark. Okay, now as you can see that there's some areas that are gray, like her ear, and I'm actually going to do this one. You have to decide if it's a little bit light and a little bit dark at the same time. Are you going to do that? Are you going to color that in or not? And in this case, I am going to color in her ear because I think that it would make sense for her to have an ear showing in this portrait. Okay, we're going to lift off the picture here, and you can see that the image is transferred and pressed in a little on the foam underneath. Don't be freaked out if the portrait looks a little strange right now. Once again, it is a reverse. So the dark areas are light and the light areas are dark. Once you print it with ink, it'll swap those again and it will look as it's supposed to look. So what you're going to do now is you are going to take your pencil and just double check, feel and see if there's areas that are not pressed down enough, and color those in or trace them just a little bit, but be careful not to press down on areas that have not been pressed down at all, because what you want to do is you just want to make the grooves that you've already made a little bit deeper. You don't want to make any new ones.